Power is not always carried by armies. It is not always secured with violence. Often, it is carried by whispers, by illusions, by invisible strings pulled in silence. Niccolo Machiavelli, exiled from Florence, stripped of power, saw clearly what most rulers blinded themselves to. That manipulation was the true foundation of rule. He studied princes who rose from nothing, who maintained power not with brute force alone, but with cunning. He saw how perception outweighed truth, how fear outlasted love, and how deception, when wielded with skill, could enslave without chains. This is Machiavelli's art of manipulation, and it is as relevant today as it was 500 years ago. Machiavelli's first lesson: the world does not reward what is real. It rewards what can be seen. A prince who appears merciful, even if cruel in secret, will be praised. A leader who appears just, even if corrupt, will inspire trust. A ruler who appears strong, even if weak within, will deter enemies. The masses do not see the inner man. They see only the mask. This is why Machiavelli taught that appearances are weapons sharper than swords. Because truth is hidden, but appearances shape reality. To manipulate, you do not need to control the truth, only what people believe to be true. Machiavelli's most famous teaching cuts through centuries: is it better to be loved or feared? His answer was cold and precise. Love fades with time. Gratitude is forgotten. Affection turns to resentment when interests collide. But fear endures. It does not depend on memory. It does not rely on gratitude. It grips the soul with iron. A ruler who leans only on love will one day be betrayed. A ruler who commands fear will never be ignored. Manipulators understand this instinctively, that men act most predictably when they are afraid. The true manipulator does not walk openly as a villain. He wears the mask of virtue. He appears merciful. He appears faithful. He appears devout. He appears just. But these are performances, acts staged for the audience of the people. Machiavelli warned that rulers must learn to simulate virtue, not to be merciful, but to display mercy when it is useful. Not to be religious, but to appear religious when it secures loyalty. Not to be generous, but to feign generosity when it strengthens authority. This mask of virtue deceives rivals and comforts the masses. It makes manipulation invisible, cloaked in the robes of goodness. Manipulation requires the courage to betray. Alliances are useful until they are dangerous. Friendships are valuable until they weaken you. Trust is a tool until it chains you to another man's fortune. Machiavelli studied the fate of rulers who clung to loyalty when it no longer served them. They were destroyed. The manipulator does not hesitate. He severs bonds the moment they become liabilities. He betrays not out of malice, but out of calculation. To him, betrayal is not failure. It is strategy. The cold ability to discard yesterday's ally becomes tomorrow's survival. Nothing threatens a ruler more than a united opposition. Machiavelli advised rulers to prevent unity at all costs. Let rivals quarrel. Let factions compete. Let ambition poison alliances before they solidify. Divide them, distract them, pit them against each other. When men are divided by jealousy, they are blind. When they are consumed by rivalry, they cannot see the hand above them. This is the manipulator's brilliance. He does not conquer with force. He lets others destroy themselves, while he quietly collects the pieces. The most dangerous form of manipulation is the one that hides behind freedom. To control men openly breeds rebellion. To crush their will directly sparks resistance. But to shape their options, to design the choices they believe are theirs, That is power no one questions. Machiavelli's wisdom was this: offer men two paths, but ensure both serve your purpose. Let them believe they are free. Let them defend their choice with pride. They will never realize their decision was guided from the beginning. This is the supreme art of manipulation, to make men fight for their own chains while believing they are free. Manipulation is not a sudden strike. It is a slow weaving of threads. The web grows unseen until it is too late to escape. Machiavelli warned rulers against sudden cruelty, sudden betrayal, sudden shifts. Too much too quickly breeds revolt. Instead, the manipulator advances gradually, each act small enough to pass unnoticed, each move subtle enough to be explained away. By the time the truth is visible, the web is complete, and resistance is impossible. The greatest manipulators are patient. They smile while they bind. They wait while they control. Most men are governed not by reason, but by morality, by the belief that they are good, and that their leaders should be good as well. Machiavelli knew this was a weakness. To manipulate men, you do not need to destroy their morality. You only need to bend it. A ruler may justify cruelty as justice. He may cloak ambition as duty. He may disguise greed as generosity. People will accept nearly anything, as long as it can be framed as moral. Thus, morality itself becomes a tool of deception. Fear holds men, but fear alone can breed despair. Machiavelli taught that the clever ruler balances fear with hope. He threatens enough to keep obedience, but he offers glimpses of reward, visions of safety, promises of prosperity. The people suffer, yet they believe tomorrow will be better. They are crushed, yet they hope for relief. This balance of fear and hope creates perfect control. Neither rebellion nor despair, only obedience. Machiavelli's art of manipulation is not a set of tricks. It is a way of seeing power. To understand that appearances matter more than truth, that fear is stronger than love, that masks conceal ruthlessness, that betrayal is a weapon, that division weakens enemies, that freedom itself can be manufactured, that patience is the shield of control, that morality can be bent into a weapon, that hope and fear together forge obedience. This is the shadow Machiavelli left behind. A philosophy not of kindness, not of morality, but of survival. And in every age, rulers, leaders, and manipulators still wield it. The art of manipulation has not vanished. It has only grown more subtle, more invisible, more complete. The question is simple. Do you see the strings, or are you one of those being pulled by them? If you want more laws of power, more hidden truths of psychology and philosophy, subscribe to Dominion Within, because power is never given, it is taken.